Laren, you go to the bottom and meet with that haste, breeze past people. You're also a person that, like, unlike Loquacious and Nidus, have to get to that table quick because people know they can get things from these two. Like, civilians don't understand what you do enough to ask you for stuff. So you're actually safe to just approach Paisha out in the open if you want to.
I pass by you, grab a glass of champagne and come back over. I have 2. I replace yours.
Hey. Hi. So glad to see you join us.
Later. No, not. Bye. And she just takes off again towards the back.
Laren, you zoom off, and Xerxes.
So Xerxes was not actually planning on showing up. These kinds of events, he's not, this is his first time as First Knight, and was not really into the first return as First Knight, and was not, he was kind of dreading this sort of a public thing. But a question, back when the kites were flying, and Xerxes was on the balcony, did I get one? Okay. Then what Xerxes would have been doing is he would have then gotten on top of Tempest, thrown out and done in the distance to make sure everything was clear, and was going to use that as his excuse to stay out there. But decided otherwise, and you see the Griffin just soaring down into the entranceway, and kind of in one smooth motion as the Griffin starts to slow down, Xerxes hops right off and plants his 2 feet onto the ground, sending Tempest out to scout, be his eyes in the sky, and takes a deep breath.
I just extend the glass of champagne that Laren handed me that I haven't taken.
So Xerxes. Oh wait, no, you didn't walk through.
Oh, I'm starting to walk through, and it's I'm starting to walk. I landed in. I mean, I wish. That would be, right at the entrance, and then starts to like march in.
So Xerxes Ilres, First Knight of Avalon.
And he freezes because that is terrifying to him. To be announced in front of all these people and have perhaps eyes on him. He's just like, the complete opposite of this. He's probably frozen in his tracks like that.
So you scouted it and looked down at Captain Lyra. Did you land from Captain Lyra?
I didn't want to be seen, but I wanted to. I was
in the home of Federation even a small feast is I will say this as well. Nidus, you receive a longer missive than the one from your brother from your sister, who informs you of some, a little bit more than pleasantries, some family news and things that have been occurring, things that will maybe require your attention, not on a professional but on a personal level, some friends that have come calling. And at the end of her letter to you, she says, basically, as she speaks to you, she says, Romar and Ramira are fine. Romar is planning his, adventures upon growing older, and Ramira is already doing her studies and ready to apply to some of the universities in February. Elias is well. Most days are fine for him, but in the days approaching, I cannot pretend that his mood has been bright. I have done my best to instruct that he ought to send his father some word of kindness upon arrival. Please give Xerxes my apologies. Elias is at a tender age.
Learning awaits.
I was actually waiting for Xerxes. That was the last one. So
Cool.
I start making my way towards the entrance, and as I near the herald, I actually quickly and very stealthily sneak up behind him and sneak just a finger under his throat. And as a gold piece, I say, keep that name to yourself. And I'll slip up just behind Xerx. I was wondering if you were going to show tonight.
I wasn't planning on it, but I've decided otherwise. What am I to expect?
I couldn't tell you, but I need to learn something about the fishing.
Say no more.
I'm ready to get out of this and talk about that immediately.
I have to
to see
follow
more
up on
options.
one other lead real quick. I'll see you at our table. Yeah, just see like, and I
As you will arrive, patient, go ahead and describe your table, the fabled table we have heard so much about.
I escort Xerxes back, now handing him the glass of champagne. And kind of hidden away in like an archway. We've got this open room, few other kind of windows against the walls of the party. Hanging ivy and vines with a little water fountain embedded into the far back wall. There is a nice little round table and some like booths on the side, you know, it's cushy. And that's where we have our little prep area. Charcuterie, cheese board on the table. It's a mess.
Beautiful. As you walk through the ivy rustles, approaching the table for those that are already here. As you walk and see Nidus and Loquacious already seated, you can hear as their mouths move, just the rustling of ivy leaves. As you walk in and take a seat, and you feel a little wash of not imposing, but a little wash of divinatory and abjurative magic. Just a little bit of, are you who we think you are? And if not, maybe I do something. But all who walk here are their honest selves, and as you sit at the table, beautiful charcuterie board set in front of you, all of you look out, protected against ivy hands, with all of the power of the flying city of power at your disposal. You look out at magisters, deans, and provosts of the flying city, apprentices of the Ring of Gold, and 6 people who actually get shit done may finally, after a long day's preparation, have a moment to celebrate.
Where is
Good enough to eat.
I saw with you.
He said he had something to take care of, and then he was going to come and join us at, the spot.
I'm actually chasing down the rando that Loquacious came with.
Really didn't have to.
Yes! Okay, you go over, and you see that there is a Hobnadad holding a small tray of drinks, and you see Bolos there saying, and you see that the Hobnadad's like, listen, I only have a small list of pre-programmed responses. I'm not actually sentient. So, if I'm saying this, you know that you've asked for something that's not included in my brain.
Good evening. I know all the faces in this gin joint, but I don't seem to know yours.
This bag is giving me a hard time.
No?
I'm sorry to hear that. I didn't catch your name.
Bola.
Bull. I'm Sarit of Grubman. My friends call me Pinch. Bull from...
Aor.
Bull from Aor. Mysterious. If you need anything, please don't hesitate to ask. Can I escort you?
I need the drinks.
You need the drinks.
This bag keep arguing with me.
Yes, it does. I hate it when they do that.
Can you destroy?
Sense your frustration. I'll be sure to take this up with the maker of this fine machine. Let me see what I can do.
Lifting the machine is a bag.
Yep. I'll be back. I'll be back. Hood up. I make my way down through the thing. I go over to the Quacious. Fuck did you come?
Gold comes by. Who the fuck did you come with?
Oh.
And I take back off to go find that.
You don't need to, Laren. She's just some arm candy that was offered to me by
Arm
a friend.
candy. She threatened to expire the help. Sweet.
It's gonna be a fun night for me.
I'm gonna grab that champagne in your hands.
You take off your bullet?
No,
You stay.
Friends. Power of the gods.
What did I miss?
Not much. We were just getting settled. And look at this. The first replenishment for the ring of brass. Feels right.
It's a momentous day on the fronts, but I feel like there's news to share. Not for me. Of course, I hear nothing, but I'm curious to know what the news is, so that I.
Before we do, though, perhaps a toast to our friend Xerxes as his first
Oh, that's right.
night of Avalier going into a replenishment. So hopefully,
First night of the first night.
I had a drink, it was taken back.
sorry.
Thank you. I would like to toast those that are not to Evandrin, who should be here in this place, in this position, and handling that entrance with a lot more excellence than you did. But thank you. Appreciate it.
Let's hope so. Weapons, hidden talents.
I'm afraid I'm gonna have to cut through the pleasantries. I'm not in the best of state to be comfortable with some of the business. Come here, actually, let's take that.
Hold on. Been a minute. And I take that
Just magically refill Laren's glass of champagne.
I had a bit of a nightmare of sorts last night, I suppose. Maybe it's my anxiety for coming home. Maybe it's some nerves that I have from reuniting with my son. But it seemed to... it shook me. And
Doing business.
I didn't know what else to do but to come and tell you about it.
Not what I need right now.
Evandrin was in my dream, and in it there was a fight of some sort between,
Hey everyone, I'm back.
I can only say the gods.
We've nothing. Hey Meg.
Father Don seemed to be trying to extinguish what I've done and say was one of the betrayals. Does this mean anything else other than just perhaps?
Dreams can be deeply interpretive, Xerxes. I mean, perhaps it is the anxiety of the two colliding forces of Avalier reuniting.
Felt. I understand.
Send servants to meet my path again.
But one was begging me for help.
One I can do this again.
The fallen one. The betrayer.
It's nicer outside
They're
than it is
not
in here.
here, though. Not like the others. The walkers. I know you. Just
I know.
What did this betrayer?
No way.
He's red. Had a horn. I think maybe.
Not yet. Not yet.
I couldn't remember if it was because of the way he was lying down. I just was sitting inside of his face, and maybe one horn, maybe if there was another one, maybe it was broken off. I'm not sure. I'm not remembering it so clearly, but I do remember something that was said. Gordranus.
Who here speaks Draconic?
Right here.
I do as well.
Throw it up. Let's go.
I knew you would.
The Gathering of Shadows. Gordranus. It doesn't mean anything to you right now. Anyone here who would like to roll, you can roll history, you can roll arcana, or if you have, are listening to your very troubled friend who you know is in a state of emotional turmoil and just want to roll an insight if you're not about.
Is that history or
Arcana, if you're like, okay, let me take him seriously, or insight if you're like, I want to.
12 for history.
12 for history.
I mostly think it's emotional, but I will think about, like, these words feel more, like, relevant.
Yeah.
Which would you want from that?
If you're thinking about the words themselves, any of those intelligence skills, I would take religion, arcana, or history. Do arcana, yeah.
26 on insight, and I just want to glean if he's really shook by this or if he's talking about something.
Let's go.
And 22 on Arcana.
History 22. Okay, so for our, we'll start with the 22s on Gordranus is a Draconic. You would know from the Arcana check there that the term Gordranus, it is like the literal meaning is gathering of shadows. Words have connotations, right? And that's one of the hardest things when you're adopting a second language is to learn idioms, and it's like, if you don't speak English, what's the difference between a hearty welcome and a cordial reception? Emotion. Like, those words don't land the same. Dragons aren't scared of much. Gordranus, those words mean... The connotation is an intense one. It's the kind of words that dragons would use to describe something they were scared of.
In the name of Hades.
With a 29 history check, an incredible history check, the name Gordranus comes to you from a very specific